Hey guys, enter the stars. We're going to do fried green tomatoes. Now, these are the tomatoes we're going to be working with. And as you can see, they've got this weird, like, blight stuff on them. We're going to cut these up. I've learned a few things from the first time I tried to make these. And we're going to just keep it going. So, first thing you want to do is take some egg, a little bit of milk, whip that up. Now, in the recipe that I looked at, they want you to actually dip these in flour first, then in the egg, then in breadcrumbs that's seasoned. We're going to do just flour today. We're going to kind of skip the breadcrumb step, just because I don't have breadcrumbs right now. I don't feel like going to the store. So I'm going to season this flour up. I've got a little bit of flour in this bin here. We're going to use a technique that I like to use. Normally I'd use like a plastic bag, but in this case we're going to use this bin. I like lots of pepper in my fried green tomatoes. We're going to do a lot of pepper in here. Good. Some sea salt. Couple pinches of sea salt. Now I'm going to be eating these over the next couple of days. I'm going to make a boatload of fried green tomatoes. Get that going. Got the grease hot. Get it hot. So we've got our mixture there. We've got our eggs. Now we've got to cut up these tomatoes. Now the recipe calls for 1/2 inch slices. What I'm going to do, this is my mulch thing. I'm going to slice these a little bit differently. Now that's actually an okay looking tomato. Didn't get too many of those this year. One thing I learned, you definitely want 2 flat sides. You definitely want that, just because they settle better in the pan. So you got to kind of, this is what we're looking for. One on each side there. And I think with this, we're going to go here. Like this. You don't need too much of a flatness on this. So this, we'll do this into 3. This is what you're looking for right here. I'm going to leave this skin on there. It wasn't too bad last time. So what we're trying to do here is just make use of these tomatoes. You guys have got this weird blight thing that happened to us. So I wasn't too happy about, but it is what it is, right? So we're going to eat these. We're not going to let these go to waste. Let that do its thing over there. And this is what gardening is all about, right? Use what you have. Nothing's, especially with organic fruits, they're not going to be perfect. You just use what you have, make the best of it, and you know, it's going to be fine. I'll try something different here. Let's try this instead. It's an okay looking tomato. Now the ones that I made before had breadcrumbs on them, so they were awesome. They taste really good, and I would definitely recommend the breadcrumbs. I'm using just flour today. I tried it before and it actually turned out pretty good, so that's what we're going to try today. Just use flour. Party foul. Alright, these are all cut up. We're going to do a dip and dunk. Dip and dunk. Dip. Dunk and dip, I guess. Probably a better way. In there with it. Boom. Before I tried to do this with my fingers, didn't quite work out. So, try something different. When all else fails, try something different, right? Now, they say you're not supposed to use tomatoes that are too ripe because they'll be a little bit slimy. And these tomatoes almost, I probably should have just eaten these or put them, you know, chopped them up, eaten them like a regular tomato. Some of these more ripe tomatoes. But that's okay. Alright, so this is coming together pretty nicely. Remember, we did these ones on the outside edge. And that's exactly what you're looking for right there. See that nice? See, now you understand why we've got to make it flat. It just makes it easier to turn. I think when I first did this, my edges were round. I tried the round edges. I didn't want to waste any tomatoes, but it's all going in the mulch anyway, you guys. So that looks spectacular. First in, first turned. Can't go wrong with that. Perfect. That's exactly the color you want. Those are going to be delicious. Like I said, these taste better with a little bit of breadcrumbs and the flour. But I don't have any breadcrumbs that I want to go to the store for right now, so I'm just going to do it like this. There you go. These are the ones in the middle that I put. As you can see, they did cook probably a little faster. So this is perfect. Perfect. Sorry for the fan noise. Fried green tomatoes. Let those cook on the other side. Do a taste test after I get the second batch done. Now here's a little trick I learned. I like to give these another turn. You notice this top turns soft. So I'll give them one more turn. If the top is not soft, you don't need to turn it. But basically that's the moisture creeping back up out of the tomato, which means it needs another turn. Little trick, little tips and tricks. This one's okay. This one's okay. That one needs another turn. This will keep your tomatoes from being soggy when you pull them out. That one's okay. This one's good. And you'll hear that extra moisture come out into the oil. There you go. That one's good. That one's good. Needs another turn. That one needs another turn. A little more oil, maybe. And maybe I'd cut them a little thinner. Those are probably two improvements I would make to the recipe that I pulled offline. Because you're almost done. Some after notes on this. Definitely don't want to use the ripe tomatoes to fry. This one right here, see this one? That's a ripe tomato. Delicious, but just kind of mushy. Wow. Delicious. The other thing, I wanted you guys to know, you see this zucchini here. This came from the neighbor. This is the second zucchini the neighbor has given me. We trade. So I got these plastic baskets that I fill up with berries. And even though the berries are abundant around here, it's just kind of a nice thing that I trade with him. He's giving me a lot of help here, fixing the car and stuff like that. But my point to that was the green tomatoes taste almost identical to a fried zucchini. If you like fried zucchini, you're going to love fried green tomatoes. So anyway, second batch. You guys, this turned out a little bit better than the last ones. I think I oversalted the last ones. These are just spectacular. Look how beautiful this is. Delicious and nutritious. I mean, if you used breadcrumbs, that would be the ultimate. Take care and be safe, you guys.